Hello again, you'll be drawing Pomni this time on Clip Studio Paint. I'm doing it on digital, but you can copy on pen and paper. Let's go. So first, we start with her eyes. Just 2 circles like this. Follow. Let me just rotate my paper. After that, we're gonna draw her pupils. Reminds me of pizza, actually. Just like this. Just draw some crosses like this. And we have her eyes. Next up, we're just gonna delete some of that. And there we go. Eyes finished. Now we're gonna draw a bit of her eyelid here. And then the strips of her hair on the side, which are just a few lines. Let me just flip. This is why I like Clip Studio Paint and drawing in digital. It's so easy to get the proper angle without moving. Next, we draw the hair on the top of her head like this. Let me rotate my paper. And we just finish the outline of her head. We'll draw a band like this for her hat. Let me just delete some of these extra bits here. And there we go. Let me rotate my paper. Next, let's just draw a little oval for her mouth and then finish her face with 2 curved lines. Next, we'll draw her hat. So just follow me. 1 line, 2 lines. And then on the top, 1 straight line curving down like this. And the ball for her jester hat. Let me flip. And then we're just gonna follow the same formula for the next one. 1 lines, 2 lines. And this one, a little bigger, but it's the same thing. Like this. Let me just delete that. Okay, everything looks good. Next, we do the ball over here. Now, our Pomni head is finished. So I'm just gonna draw some of her makeup over here, like Pikachu. And then we're gonna start with her body first. We'll draw a line here and make her color. Since she's wearing a jester suit, just follow how I do it with these easy lines over here. Now let's draw her shoulders like this, just a big ball. And where her shirt ends like here. Don't forget to add those lines for a bit of detail as well. Now we're gonna draw her wrists to make it easier. So we can have an outline where her arms will be. Now that her wrists are finished, let's draw the thin arms of Pomni like this. Very easy. Okay. Next, we'll draw her hands. I know a lot of people have trouble with hands, but you just follow it like this. So you just draw curved line until her knuckles and just draw lines like this for her fingers. Remember, practice makes perfect. Even I still struggle with hands. So drawing is a process of, taking your time. Then we'll just finish the outline of her body with a line like that below her wrists. And then for her other hand, we'll draw the same fingers like this. Okay? Like this. And then we'll just finish it up by connecting it like this and drawing her wrists, another crescent like this. This is why I love digital. I can just erase my mistakes very easily. And then we'll finish her other shoulder and just a bit of a line for an arm like that. Then we'll finish up her body. Finish up the jester body. Lines like this. Just a series of lines. And there we go. Just flip it again. And just add a bit of detail for her body. Like this. And down here to complete our jester body. Now just like her shoulders, her legs is kind of rounded as well. So we'll draw him like this. And like this. Take your time, guys. Just follow how I do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, practice makes perfect. Now we'll draw her legs. Just like her arms are very thin. So just draw a line like this and a line like that. And curve it. You can choose which kinds of legs do you want. What position you want. But I chose this one just like it does show. And then we'll finish up like this with her shoes. How do you guys like the Amazing Digital Circus, by the way? I loved it so much. Such a great show. Now, for the other foot, first we do the socks, just like the other foot. Just like this. And we'll just draw an outline for her feet, like that. One curved line, one straight line, and one straight line at the bottom. Very easy. Okay, now our Pomni is finished. Okay, let's just add a bit of detail on her hat, like this. Just like in her body, her hat has lines like this. Just follow the outlines that you have already drawn. And there we go. Our Pomni is finished. Our Pomni outline. So I made the lines thicker, so it looks like a pencil. You know that I love, the thicker pencil types. Makes it look more real. Now we're gonna color her, just like how we do. So it's just gonna be a blue. Just trace over the lines. You can, of course, you can fill this in, but I like to do it manually. It's just extra work, but you can fill it in. It's up to you. So as I color her like this, like that, we're gonna do this for all of the drawing. Let me just finish this. There is a tool in Clip Studio Paint, or CSP, sorry, that allows you to not go over the lines to help you. And then a bit of red over here. So these will be our base colors for our Pomni. Red and blue. Let me just finish this up. There we go. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of time lapse here because it's gonna take a long time for me to do it manually. Oh, and here, of course, the balls will be yellow right here. And then the band on her head over here. Now, I'm gonna do the time lapse again so we don't waste time. The video's getting too long, but before that, her hair is brown. Don't forget. Over here. And there. Okay, time lapse. Let's go. Oh, by the way, I forgot the detailing on her legs right there. So I just added lines. And finally, we're gonna finish off this time-lapse with her shoes. You can use the dropper tool to just, get the exact color every time, like what I'm doing here. And there we go. Our Pomni is colored. Okay, after this, we're gonna add some detail to our Pomnis, like shadows. But let me just fix her up a bit more. And we'll start with a detail like this. So we're gonna do a little bit of shadowing. Just choose a darker shade of red like this on top of her hat. And that will give us the effect of shadowing. For the rest, since our video is taking too long already, I'm just gonna time-lapse it. Okay? But you can do whatever you want. And there we go. Just a little shade of gray to add that shadowing. Okay. Now for our next step, it's a little optional, just like what I did with the previous videos, is changing the black outline into the same color scheme, like this. So this is optional, you can do it, or if you don't want to do it, it's fine. And there we have it, Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus, drawn in Clip Studio Paint. Now, tell me what you liked about the video, and tell me what you think about the show. It's such a great show. And I'll see you guys next time for another amazing drawing session with me. See you!